Why, hello there. I didn't see you enter. In with Bison here. And I know it's been a while since I last posted, but a lot of stuff's been going on behind the scenes. I've been trying to build a PC, and yep, one of the parts has been delayed because of the Queen's sodding birthday. Thank you. So, yeah, sorry for the lack of a post. I'm working on a couple of really big video projects right now, but I thought I'd try and squeeze something out to kind of hold you guys over until the next video is ready, which by the looks of things is going to be a while. So recently I've been getting very into a little game. You've probably never heard of it. It's on the floor next to me. Resident Evil 4. And yes, I am playing on the Wii version. I know some of you die-hard Resident Evil fans will say this version's too easy, but I like it, okay? I like Wii pointer controls. So, I mean, I'm not that big a fan of Resident Evil, but I've played the only game that's worth playing in the series. I just shot myself in the foot there with the comment section. Anyway, Capcom, the developers, you can see them at the bottom of the box there, have decided they're going to make a remake of this game, and about 10 hours ago they released a teaser trailer on the PlayStation official YouTube channel. So we're going to be reacting to that today, and I'll be giving my thoughts on it. So without further ado, let's watch the video!
Okay. Why is my camera falling down? Okay, so we've got a release date. I like how they've started with the, Spanish kind of flamenco dancing music. It was like the intro to the original game. Yes, Resident Evil. Yeah. Oh.
Gondor Wonder Roost. I've located Baby Eagle.
Oh, wait, so is this game going to show how, like the events before the game, like how Leon got the mission to save Ashley? As Ashley, looking not how she did in the first game. I'm gonna just put it like that. Don't remember that in there. I don't remember that in. Oh, is that the decrepit house from the big? Oh, it's the decrepit house in the beginning of the game. You know where you meet the first like cultist person.
Doing a spot to vacation, eh?
Lewis. Oh, it's good. Lewis is going to be back. That's cool. Oh wow, this game looks really good.
You will receive our most sacred body.
Wait, is that Lord Sattler?
It begins now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he doesn't sound right. He does not sound right. Resident Evil 4. What was the next
If I could just forget what happened that night.
Leon doesn't sound right.
Pain. Even for a second.
And Ashley doesn't look right. Oh my god.
This time, it can be different. It has to.
Look. Okay, so that was a pretty short teaser trailer, all things considered. But now we're going to move on to my thoughts on the trailer.
So, my thoughts on the trailer is, I'm not too excited about it. I'll be honest. I'm not optimistic, because the thing about Resident Evil 4 is, it's a bit like the original Half-Life. It's one of those games that doesn't need a remake. It's like Half-Life has the Black Mesa, I'm not pronouncing that correctly, it's Mesa, fan remake done by Crowbar Collective, and it's a good game, but it's not exactly needed, because Half-Life is just one of those games that is completely timeless. Resident Evil 4 is just one of those games that it never really ages. Like, this version on the Wii was released in 2007. It's 15 years old this year, and it only really took me 10 minutes to get used to the weird tank controls and not being able to run and gun. Like, you have to stand still when shooting. It took me about 10 minutes to get used to the weird-ass control scheme, but then it just felt natural to play. And the remake looks better, but Capcom, for the love of God, hire a different voice actor for Leon. He doesn't sound right. Like, he's supposed to have in the original version of RE4, he has quite a deep voice.
I received special training via a secret organization working under the direct control of the president. I was to assume the responsibility of protecting the new president's family.
And I just think this voice actor, I think it's the voice actor who returns from the Resident Evil 2 remake, which, again, wasn't perfect. And I just think, like, why is Leon's voice actor so inconsistent? Like, the guy from RE4 did a good job, so keep him. Like he portrayed how Leon was feeling in, like, the situation. I mean, the thing about Resident Evil 4 is that it didn't take itself completely seriously. It was silly, and it embraced the fact it was silly. Like, you had Lord Sadler, which was also his voice actor doesn't sound right in this thing. Like the thing is that he was quite a silly villain, because he was this guy with a pulsating flesh growth on top of a staff, and he was kind of like stereotypical James Bond villain almost. And it was the same with all the villains in that game. I mean, Salazar, Ramon Salazar, he was also like pretty silly, but the thing is that like it worked. And what I'm getting from this is that it's going to go for a more serious and survival horror tone, which Resident Evil 4 is not really about that. RE4 is a lot more action orientated. It's less. I mean, it's not horror. It's horror in air quotes. It's not a scary game. It's scary themed. Like there are a few moments when I went when playing, and that's mainly because it was either the chainsaw guy or the regenerator. Screw those two enemies, seriously. The regenerator scared the shit out of me, and the chainsaw guys are just annoying. But like it was never like, the horror was never in your face. But with this, it's definitely taking, from what I can tell, a more horror approach with the dark and sort of gothic horror like setting. Like all the trees, it's all dusky and dark and stuff. It looks very Resident Evil Village-ish. And yeah, I just think it might be very similar to the Resident Evil 2 remake from a few years back, which it was a good game, but there were a few tiny little niggly things that made it so it wasn't true to the source material, which in this case is an intentionally silly, quite over the top game. I mean, and that's not a bad thing. It works really well in the saver. Like, I'm adoring this game so far. I put about 10 hours in according to my save file, and I think I'm getting close to the end, but I can't be too sure. This game's apparently 14 hours long. But I mean, March 24th, 2023, I'll be marking my calendar. I'll be looking out for the first playthroughs of the game and see if it's actually worth buying. But for now, I'm not optimistic. I know I'm probably going to be on the minority in this one, but I don't care. To be honest with you, I don't care. It might do a complete 180 whilst they're developing it, and it might become intentionally silly like the source material. But for what I'm getting from this trailer, it's going to try and do its own thing, a bit like what Modern Warfare 2019 did. It ditched the Modern Warfare storyline and did its own thing, really. I mean, you still had like Captain Price in it and stuff, but it kind of ditched the like with Soap and stuff. I mean, Soap's mentioned at the end because it's a prequel, but it kind of followed its own thing a little bit. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Resident Evil 4 remake teaser trailer. If you enjoyed the video at any point, comment, like, and subscribe. And I know this is a short one. I mean, the trailer's only 2 minutes long, and the majority of the video is just me babbling. But I just thought I had to release something because, I mean, there's a plethora of technical issues going on behind the scenes here. So if you guys did enjoy the video, comment, like, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers and the 200 subscribers in the next couple of months. And I mean, with the rate my channel's been growing recently, I think that's more than possible. I just also want to thank you guys for getting me first to over 150 subscribers. I started this channel 8 months ago in September last year, and I never envisioned the channel growing this fast. I mean, that's probably in part to a couple of breakout videos. Like, I wouldn't be half the channel I would be if it wasn't for that sodding Backrooms video. But I just want to thank you guys for being awesome and sticking with me through the 8 months of this channel's life. So yeah, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video when that finally comes out, when I stop procrastinating. Bye!